Thanks for joining us. We are getting a first look tonight at some of the key statewide issues for the next 2 years.
Governor Tony Evers unveiling his first biennial state budget this evening at an event at the Capitol. We have team coverage on this tonight. Both our political reporters Jessica Arp and Rose Schmidt are at the state capitol. We begin with Jessica with what the governor is including in this budget. Jess?
Well, yeah, we now know that there is a gas tax increase and a change in how schools are funded in this budget, as well as a rollback of some of the laws passed by the Walker administration.
At the end of the day, our budget is about putting people first.
In his first 2-year state budget, Governor Evers says he created an $83 billion spending plan that reflects his campaign promises and citizen priorities.
We cannot afford to play politics with this budget. Folks, the stakes are really, really high.
Evers' budget adds $1.4 billion to schools, expands Medicaid, cuts middle-class taxes, and freezes UW tuition while funding that freeze. But the biggest news in the plan is how Evers handles roads.
We're going to be increasing fees for titles and heavy trucks, and we do have to raise the gas tax. But as I promised all along, we're sure as heck not going to raise the gas tax by $1.
Instead, Evers proposes to raise it 8 cents a gallon, but also repeal the minimum markup on fuel in the state, which he says will cut it by 14 cents.
That means our plan actually makes it possible for you to pay less at the pump than you do right now.
What Evers didn't mention in the speech is that he plans to increase the minimum wage to $9 an hour by 2021 and repeal right-to-work and prevailing wage laws, as well as much of the laws passed in a lame duck session that took powers from the governor and attorney general. Evers did tout his plans to create automatic voter registration and allow driver's licenses and ID cards for undocumented immigrants, and told lawmakers despite their likely opposition, he expects them to compromise.
I think the people of Wisconsin didn't choose us to be divided. They chose us to find it within ourselves, to be united, not in party, but in promise, to serve our state and to do what's best for the people who sent us here.
Now, Evers and his Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes will tour the state tomorrow touting this plan, but at this point it's really an open question of how many of these things he rolled out tonight really can be accomplished in the Republican-controlled legislature. That's where